Man, fuck Rick Hendrick. I'm sick and tired of him putting his nose in other people's business. If they were driving for him, just like that ignorant fuck Larson, you'd be fucking happy he's doing the shit he's doing. You're a fucking prick. Stay out of him. Don't ruin him. You fucked up Chastain's ride. Don't fuck up Arcibar. Let him fucking ride. Let him fucking get out there and do some winning. Fuck you and your spoiled rich kid drivers. Penske cars all qualified in the top 4. They proved they're the strongest cars again this week at Atlanta. Do they have enough to finish it off? We'll check that out coming up now on NASCAR's Best Fan Review.
Oh yeah, we are all here to have a good time, and as the saying goes, how do we do it? Have mercy. Drivers, start your engines. Are you ready?
Welcome back. And the NASCAR race weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is underway.
So the Penske cars are running up front, and again, for the second week in a row, they have proven that they are the strongest cars out there right now. And as in NASCAR, you know, that means you're going to see a lot of them, especially early on in the season, because when you're the strongest, NASCAR comes and goes, they're going to be up front for the good portion of the start of the season. So I hope you're a Penske fan, because they're going to be there. Suarez got caught up in one because he was last year's winner. I kind of saw something like this coming, not 100% that it's going to be a wreck. You can kind of foresee something like this happening. It's very hard when you're a driver and you won last season. That means you know you can get it done, and so he has the feeling that I can get back up there. I can do this. I can win this track. Now, if you saw in his post-race crash interview, he seems to think it was his fault. I'm not so sure about that. Didn't look all that messy from his side. But he did get caught up in one. It's so hard to not want to be up front when you know you can do it at some point. Remember, Suarez is not one of your top-notch drivers. He's a cup-level driver, but he's not a Tony Stewart and a Jeff Gordon and that type of talent. I was happy to see Chastain. He made it back to the front. Come on, old Chastain, we want you back. We need some more controversy. I'm a little worried that you only got to the front because that field inversion thing happened there. But race your way back to the front, get up there. Just like Busch made an error and that put him in the back, but he was driving his way up to the front. That's what's a little bit better about Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's horrible because it's pack racing also, just like Daytona and Talladega. But you have a little bit more responsiveness in the car and movement. I think that's why Busch would, because it is still a little bit more about driver than those two tracks, and that's why Busch has a hard time with those, because they're just lousy tracks of racing. Wait for my whole long YouTube video on this, because I'll explain why nobody should be a fan of it for racing. For spectacles, yeah, you can go ahead and like it, because it's pretty wild to see all 40 cars driving around the pack like that, but it's not racing. That's why I'm starting to like this kid. Also for a Hossover shirt. Next race I go to, I'm getting one. Over $40 spent right there. But keep ruffling feathers, brother. It's looking good. It's going great. That's how you get fans. Bowman was up front for a good bit, and he had a really nice, strong car. Somebody that could actually race with the Penske's, because not a whole lot of people can. And the other one, so it is a shame that he got wrecked out. Another one that could keep up, which was Larson. And if you saw what he did, it proved to me that he is the most ignorant driver out there. Kyle, I'm going to wreck somewhere in the field if I'm not leading Larson. But he did that same crap he always does. It's never quite obvious, like Iron A will sit there and do it and give you the bump and run. His is always much more nuanced. This is the same move like he did to Chase Elliott. When Chase Elliott was all pissed off at him, just ran him up high on the track. And when these cars are so tightly ground into their setups that a little movement wrecks them, puts them out of the groove, and hurts them a lot. You don't ever want to be on the outside of Larson, because that means you're going to be in the wall.
Stupid motherfucker!
And we have the finish. No Penske car in sight. Where the hell did Christopher Bell come from? One lap led. Toyota. One lap led. That's it. So congratulations, Christopher Bell, on winning the shitty race out of ruined Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Here you go.
It's now been hours since the race is over. I finally finished editing my video, and I still wanted to come back and just complain over hearing Hendrick trying to complain about Hocevar. I mean, you want to talk about the most outrageous. My whole Larson tirade that I did, that was all done before filming, before the race was even over. So that was not a reactionary thing. The very beginning and the very end here right now, these are the two things that just had me so pissed to hear it. I mean, Hendrick is a piece of shit when it's not his drivers getting their way, when he can't cheat his way into getting what he wants. Do you guys know that Hendrick he didn't go to prison. He faked having cancer so he wouldn't have to go to prison just so he have to be stuck at his house. What do you say, he had leukemia? And then amazing, you got leukemia right when you were about to get sentenced. What was it? 96, 97, 98, sometime in that time frame. Anybody don't believe me, just Google Rick Hendrick and a briefcase full of cash. He's bribing something about Honda dealerships and shit like that. This guy's a cheater. He's a cheater in real life, not just a cheater in NASCAR. In NASCAR, it's called being an innovator. In real life, you're called being a crook. You should be in jail. You should have went to jail. You faked having, well, I don't know if you faked it. You might have had leukemia. The fuck do I know? But I do know it came up right when it was time to sentence him. And your ass never had to spend a fucking hour in jail because of it. Yeah, go look it up. He was bribing Honda dealerships to get more placement around it for all his car dealerships, and he got to stay home with his leukemia, or supposedly healing. He had to leave all of Hendrick alone. Couldn't do nothing with his own damn team in NASCAR. I think it was 3 years ago. But just go look it up. He got a pardon from President Clinton. Presidents don't give pardons without there being crimes. He's convicted. He's convicted of the crimes. Anyway, you should just leave fucking Hocevar alone. I would love to see Richard Childress go and keep Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and Carson Hocevar. Get a 3-car team. You get those 3 drivers. You'll get the sponsors to come flowing in. You'll be making big time bucks. Go get him, Mr. Childress. That's really all I got for right now. It's just still so infuriating. Fuck Rick Hendrick. Keep your fucking big mouth shut. Stop complaining when you don't yell at your own fucking drivers for what they do. Fuck off. And if you like this shit, then like and subscribe.